Okay, hopefully we have all the audio issues worked out. I've been figuring that out. So I've recorded this video 3 times. I'm going to go through this real quick so that you've got something. And if I have time, I will go back and do the full section of notes. So when we're talking about transformation, transformation is just a change of some sort. And so in regards to our lines here, it's going to be just a change that happens as we're moving the line either up or down or rotating it around. So we start out with a linear parent function. That would be y equals x. And what that is just a basic straight line that goes through uh, y-intercept of 0 because there's nothing after the x added onto it. And that's just 1x, so my slope is 1. So basically, a parent function is the most basic form of a graph that you can have without anything added to it or done to it. So that would be this y equals x. It also looks like that graph right there. We're talking about transformations. A transformation is a change in position or size of a figure. So we're going to be making some changes to this as we go along. So the first type of change that we've got would be a translation. So translation is a change that moves every point in the same direction. So for this, our y-intercept, or b, is going to move either up or down, depending on what we do to the graph. So really, you can think of it as a slide, that it slides the graph up or down along the y-axis. So let's look down here at what I've done for this first one. We have f of x that we'll label as a is 2x minus 1. So they've got that on there on that graph for us right here. This line is 2x minus 1, so it has a y-intercept of -1, and my slope goes up 2 over 1 every time. Then it says g of x would be f of x minus 5. So what I've done is taken the 2x minus 1 and taken away 5 more from it to get 2x minus 6. What I end up with is a y-intercept now of -6 instead of -1, and that slope is still 2 over 1. So on my graph, I moved, really you could just say we moved that y-intercept down 5, but if I counted from 0, I went down 6. My slope is still 2 over 1, and what I end up with is a parallel line that's just a little further down on the y-axis than my original line was. So that is a translation, just moving the uh, y-intercept up or down a little. Then we've got rotation. Rotation would be a transformation about a point, so kind of like a propeller spinning. It's either going to make that steeper or flatter. Then a reflection we won't do an example of, but it's transforming it across the line or kind of flipping it. You'll see that more with geometric figures. So looking at our rotation, I have a the original line that we labeled as A again. Then what they're doing is multiplying that times 2 for line B. So when I multiply times 2, I distribute my 2 out and I get 4x minus 2. And so what happens is I get a larger whole number, and that gives me a steeper graph overall there.